Hello, people. My name is Kali Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. But yeah, Mahama Media, Texas, you drew her. Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fa check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Fa check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Alright, so we are wrapping up our week here on Sammy Flex TV Showbiz Daily in grand style. Of course, we are back from yesterday's draw. As of yesterday, some of us, we were so upbeat and we were so sure that we were gonna go through. But unfortunately, it did not go the way we wanted it. I don't know if that is why my voice is even looking some or feeling some way. I'm not too sure what it is, but we did our best, and calculations have started. Mathematicians are on the table. Now that the last match is being waited for come Monday, we are still waiting for our fate. Now, people have even taken us out of the 2 slots and still thinking about some extra slots, thinking that if we are lucky, the extra slot will be our portion. But Egypt has got 2, right?
Yeah, Egypt.
Yeah, so let's pray that Cape Verde will continue with their winning ways. If they continue with their winning ways and we are able to, that's the thing. We have to be able to beat them, because if you are not able to beat Mozambique, then forget about any mathematics. The mathematics won't make any meaning. Our best bet is to beat Mozambique. When we beat them, then the math will make meaning. That is the story now. If you don't get it, forget about it. Well, Intimbo Solomon is seated from the extreme side, and in the middle, Roland Amate, and these are the panel members for today. We are about to have a conversation, one that will wrap up the week in grand style. Off studio or off the screens, we have Digital Rasta. He's also called Kerens, who is doing camera for us. Richie Flex is the editor, director of the show. And as much as you know, you are also with us. Remember to subscribe to us and know that Tap Tap Send is working with us. So if you want to send money from abroad to Ghana, Tap Tap Send does it best. Get it today and surely thank me later. I know that everything will be okay when you use Tap Tap Send. Let's come back to the football before we start our showbiz, because I keep telling you that from now till about 10th February, most conversations in Africa surely would have football in the midst. churches are even prophesying football. So who am I, or whom am I not to talk football? If the prophets are prophesying and they are even seeing players chewing popcorn on the field, then whom am I not to also talk football? But I was asked, now, looking at the picture, what is our stand? Chemo, looking at the picture, what is our stand?
Well, our stand is really, really slim. But if we are able to, as you said, if we are able to win our last game, then we stand a better chance to be in the third place team to qualify.
That third place. But how many teams will they pick from that third place?
They will consider all the groups, the team that did well within the groups, all the groups. So let's say we can win our last game and we will have like, I think
4.
we will have 4 points. And then you consider other group, all the third place teams, they have the same 4 points. Then they will consider who scored more goals within the group to move on to the next stage. But if our 4 points is bigger than other group, those who place third, if they had 3 points, 2 points, whatever, then those with the higher points will qualify among them.
So the way people are so sure we are likely to get that slot, have they considered or have they checked the other groups to see how they are performing? Or you don't need to check?
You have to, but mostly third place teams don't do that well. They don't get more than 3 points. So if you get 4 points, you are likely to qualify. I think that's why people are hoping that thing will happen. Because mostly those teams who will play third, they don't get 4 points. Because if you get 4 points, you can even qualify. In a tied group, 4 points can even put you in the second place. So getting 4 points in the third place can qualify you. That's why
then it means if you get 4, it means your team was really tight.
Yes.
Your group was really tight.
Yeah, you are likely to qualify. But so our hope now will be the third place qualifying. Otherwise, I think we should come.
Even should Egypt lose?
Yes. No. If Egypt loses, then they will be they will have 3 points. So if we win, we will be the second
place team.
Yes. If they lose back, I doubt if they will also do the game. Like they will play anyhow to lose that game. I don't see them losing. So like, why would you want to waste somebody losing before you qualify?
The way it is.
The way it is. Win your game and go. Like, well, you take it like
the options we have.
Yeah, well, it's part of the options, but I don't see it being a good one. In fact, even if it happens like that, I doubt we can beat our next. We can win our next game to qualify to the semi.
That one, some new energy can come.
Yeah.
You know, every group comes. Every level comes with some energy.
I like this.
Yeah, every level comes with some energy. I'm sure if they're able to qualify into the next stage, you will see it. Some new energy will come. It will shock you like, but some people have come from that level to win before.
Yes, it happens, but not any team. I mean, that's the one. Not any ordinary team can do that. So if you are going that direction, it's like your team is an extraordinary team. So you don't use that to make any argument, because in any case we have exceptions, and you can't use exceptions to make an argument. And our team is not an exception. They are like a normal team. They score them anyhow. I mean, even
if they support for them to be scored.
Somebody was making analysis that this game will be the best team that the coach has supervised, but it's the same game that he couldn't get the necessary points. I mean, and I agree with the guy. For the Blasters game that I've watched recently, like lately, this will be the best game that I've watched them play. But still, they couldn't deliver in a way that will make a lot of people happy. Because the 2 goals, I didn't hear Kudu's interview, but the guy was saying that Kudu said, well, some people made silly mistake for us to lose. And
he said that.
Yeah, I think it's a powerful statement.
Yeah, he said that. I watched it. He said there were some. He said we made some silly mistakes.
that's a powerful statement. And coming from him, well, I don't know how they are going to resolve it at the camp. But yes, if you are angry or you are not so happy with things, you can some kind of some words like this can come out of your mouth. But as part of the team, I don't think those who made that mistake will be happy, because it's a direct insult to them. But meanwhile, they are your team members. But I understand him.
But if it is a silly mistake, it is a silly mistake.
Yeah, he was angry, but as I said, those who made that mistake will not be happy. Such a statement.
Next time, they shouldn't make such mistakes. We won't speak such words to them. If you want to smile, don't do evil. That's it. I say, we are Papa and Konimuti.
Yeah, for the mistake, I think it was silly ones. I mean, we will agree. But coming from a team member, it may create some form of conflict at the camp, and that will destroy the team anyway. I mean, you are group. If there's any mistake, you all take it that you have made a mistake.
He said we made some silly mistakes.
So he added him.
Yes.
By the obvious is that. I mean,
but at least he's protected your silliness. So
but we know those who did it. So he's not protecting anyone.
They should take their shit.
He should have said that they made some mistakes and they will try and do better next time. For me, I think that's the diplomatic way of saying it. But if a team member is saying silly mistakes, you are directly insulting those who made that mistake. And I don't think it's good for a team.
No, I get what Chemo is saying. Yeah, Chemo is trying to avoid any disunity or any statement that will cause some disaffection among the players. So that is fine. But the mistakes were really silly ones. No two ways about that. Our chances so far. Let me get your opinion on that.
The chances there. Well, it is very slim, if you ask. Very, very slim. Very, very slim. Even though the hope of Ghana qualifying with the third option is high. As it stands, that to me is the only option. That to me is the only option, because if you look at the ball that Cape Verde played today, I doubt no team in its right senses would feel they are best 11 because they are going to play Egypt. Especially in that particular moment when they know they have now been named the first team to even qualify to the next stage, where they would need their arsenals in moving forward.
The next match.
Exactly. The ones that have taken.
So they'll bring on the Ntebe.
Of course, the ones that have taken the yellow cards and all
they'll hide all of them.
Yes, will be benched so that at least it will wear off to the next match. Nobody, no coach in his right senses will field his best players. Even if he will field just some 2 or 3 who can just help them in managing the match throughout the 90 minutes.
Even if they lose, they will still be at the top.
Exactly. So win, lose, draw, any results that will come to them will not affect their position in any way. So I doubt if they would just go head on with Egypt in their last match. That is what would make Egypt probably get a point, or maybe the maximum point of 3 points out of that particular game. And when they do, then it means that Ghana has no other option than to also win against Mozambique. And sometimes some of these last matches can be very fun. Sometimes the team that is even has been declared going out would want to redeem themselves with the last match. At least
they want something to take home.
Yes, to put some excitement to their people. So almost during the last match, that is when they would want to go all out, at least if not for anything at all. The one that will take them home can change or affect their
mood
a little.
Yeah.
So they would also want to save their face. Now quite some baby or man can be. You understand? So that is the tricky part when it comes to some of these last matches. So Ghana would have to do a lot. They shouldn't say, because Mozambique drew with Egypt and has lost woefully to Cape Verde, then it is a walk in the park. It is not a walk in the park like that. If it was a walk in the park, then Ghana should have scored Cape Verde and scored Egypt. Because yesterday's play, in fact, I even side with Kudus when he used the word silly mistakes. Because it is no different from what Jordan said in their first match, like after the post-match conversation, he said yes, it is inexperience that killed them in the first match, because most of the players that were filled on that day, most of them were debutants, and that is what affected them. So the spirit of how tournament is played is not, they are not really accustomed to them. So it's like that. So yes, and when you look at the efforts that Kudus displayed on the night, and look at how those efforts went down the drain easily like that, and nobody would be happy when they put out such efforts, especially some of the defenders that were able to hold the fort even to the last minute. Then somebody comes on and just give them away like that. Charlie, sometimes it is disheartening. The football, it may be, yes, we are all teammates, but Charlie, Obi Akoman or the ball. As much as you think you are saving your career or he's supposed to save it, Charlie, he also has himself to save, because for whatever it is, as a defender, it goes into your record. For whatever it is, as a defender or a goalkeeper, it goes into your record. As a goalkeeper, it may not be your doing, but should your defense be weak and you receive more goals, it makes you a shambolic goalkeeper. Victor Valdez in Europe, who was seen as one of the worst goalkeepers, even took the best goalkeeper award because his defense was solid. You can't score him, so he
How can a worst goalkeeper be awarded the best keeper?
Because
he was not scored much.
He was not scored much.
So he wasn't the worst as you want to
in
put
terms
it.
of
in your opinion.
No, in Mebao. In terms of
in your opinion.
No, Chamo, so Chamo, they understand. They look at who did not concede more goals.
Exactly.
And before you check, he did not concede more, not because he did exceptionally well,
saves,
but because his people were tight.
His defense were tight. That is it.
No, I'm sure if that's what, if they are only looking at who conceded less goals.
So how do you consider a goalkeeper not to be a good keeper if they are not
so
scoring?
So your
but still you are considering that keeper as
you see
not
your goalkeeping abilities will definitely come to play at certain matches. Yes, you can't say you not concede goals, crowd. But in certain instances where it is very clear for everybody to see that, oh, this goalkeeper should have done better. That is when you see Victor Valdez true colors. Let the defense expose him small. That is when you see his true colors, especially with some of them.
Then he also coming back to say he wasn't bad then.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't bad, but compared to other goalkeepers,
subjectively, you think he wasn't good.
Even in goalkeeping rating, the likes of Manuel Neuer, Victor Valdez, the likes of Manuel Neuer, Peter Cech, Sergeant, all these guys were being ranked higher than Victor Valdez. All these guys, even though he took the award, but still they were ranked ahead of him in terms of goalkeeping abilities.
Okay.
So in that sense, because it is a tournament, they will give it to him because he considered less goals. For that one, it is not up for debate. But when it comes to individual, you will see Honor with a weak defense, you will definitely take it. But there are certain keepers that even if the defense is weak, they would not consider certain goals that some of these average keepers would consider. That's the difference. So for the keeper there,
you think the best keepers don't have good defenders or good defense?
Not all of them.
So like
not all of them.
Well, but this will be another debate.
Yes,
so
but then if they are good,
the likes of Schmeichels and Oliver Kahn, they were good keepers, but they had solid defense.
Yes, but even
regardless of how with
even
good defense
on a day when even the defense is being exposed, the keeper comes to play. That is one of the reasons what makes you like Atizigi, because of some of his reflexes. When the defense is exposed, the keeper is always seen to do some of this magic, and if you are not able to create some of these moments, you are not seen as a very good goalkeeper. It is with Richie Ofori. Some of the goals that he was scored, yes, it wasn't his fault. The defense exposed him. But where lies your goalkeeping abilities?
Yeah.
That is what will show
what did you bring on the
exactly
team?
That is what will show you an average goalkeeper. Keepers like Manuel Neuer and Peter Cech, one thing that make them exceptional is their leg, their foot. You can dribble them for all you can, but before you realize, they will just leave a foot just at the tip, and that is what will save them. And this is what we call exceptional goalkeeping, not only because you are not conceding goals or whatever. No, for that one there, if you have a solid defense, you can be protected. But when you are being exposed, what you do is what will make people know that you are a good goalkeeper or not. So for Richie Ofori, it is sad that yes, his defense are protecting him, but some of these silly mistakes is what is exposing him as not being a good goalkeeper. So yeah, I think moving forward, maybe they should field at Ziggy for you. Then
cheers.
But our chances there, it is very slim, and because of the new rules, we hope and pray that Ghana would utilize this and just
hope and pray. Okay. Sorry. Let's move on. Still on football. 2024 AFCON, and some men of God have also taken advantage of the football season, enjoying all the hype and attention when it comes to what they call prophecies. There is a man of God called Ojat Fire, and as it stands now, he has been trending because according to him, he saw in the prophetic world that our team, some of the team members were suffering. In fact, he mentioned Kudus Mohammed, who was even seen on the field eating popcorn with Joe Metal, and like it's not Joe Metal, so eat popcorn so later with the Indian popcorn. And he said Kudus was going to have a bad day, but unfortunately for him, Kudus had one of the best games. Especially, exactly, that's what I'm saying. He had one of the best games, winning man of the match in addition, scoring our 2 goals, brace as they call it. And I'm here asking, when did prophecy become a thing in football? When? And is there anything as a country we can do, since some of these statements, pronouncements, when it gets into some of the players, can even affect them emotionally? Why are leaders of this country sitting down? Ghana police, you guys have been talking about prophecies. Are you only limiting your prophetic rules and regulations to only 31st night? When the first night is just one day out of the 365 days. Why are we sitting down for men of God in the name of prophecies to intimidate, frustrate, and cause some mayhem in the mental faculties of some players? I want to be strong, and I want to feel that Mohammed Kudus did not see or did not hear some of them. But how about his family? How do we deal with prophecies in football moving forward? Let's watch this video. When I come back, we will talk, and I want you to talk as well, because this affects almost everybody who is a lover of the game.
Africa Cup na Basusu match Ghana Ghana Blasters asofo dey D4 so omokoje Africa Cup na Basusu match twice.
I've watched the match twice.
This is important. I've watched the match twice. I saw defeat.
First match,
Ghana, any country be
then Ghana was the country was playing for
country na Ghana nyombo ball. Na aye 1-1.
It was 1-1.
Ghana was 1, country na 1.
Country has scored 1.
Last minute.
In the last minute.
Ana mu pia ba ko to Ghana so. Last minute.
In the last minute.
Ana mu pia ba ko to Ghana so. Last minute.
In the last minute.
Ana mu pia ba ko to Ghana so.
And then
but the match, so even Ghana could draw with Egypt here, onyame na abem. Me say next match Ghana versus Egypt. Me say Ghana esabe lose match ni biem. They ba come from to me. People were praising Kudus beba match ni mabeje ni mguasie. I'm telling you the fact. And Monfa Monin took the day Jordan, I use so Dan Kudus. I repeat, I'm a prophet. Mini match na dia masha wo mani na and I'm in him there about cuisine na so when you that Kudus is one. Ghanaians will forget Kudus. Na Monfa Moni ento Jordan I use so kitwana Monfa Moni into so. Munti se Ghana mpo be fia Jordan Ayu 2024 a year momo date into and Sroma Kessia free slow atone so and obey wonders and miracles. Inti Monfa Moni into na yem mom paye Emma Sablante and ye Kudus crowd ye yichla me mfa no me hu se or readie e wo park so or readie Adies na numa all we ewo park in so. And this are your prophet and son Albert is our meaning we ask it. Sir Kudus Obama Chinima, he is rather come to disgrace himself. So on Mompire because park in the was so, but in a spiritually not all the or park and it's all real there. And you can become I can explain more to you.
Well, so like I said earlier, unfortunately for the man of God, Kudus did not come chewing anything, but he came scoring goals, and the man has been under scrutiny. When you go on to Twitter app, he's been fired. In fact, on every platform, I hear he is under fire. Football and prophecy. How do we deal with this as a country? Ru, you can start with this.
Because when you look at the things that he said and how things turned out, we need to be. I was touchy coach. They can see a man direction to her.
I see a tone, man as well.
Yes, but you see this particular thing there, I think it will be very difficult. Unfortunately, even the players themselves believe in some of these things. That is one of the unfortunate parts. Somebody like Richard Kingston, once upon a time was a church member for TV Joshua. Yes, and he went there on live television when he was being prophesied to about the things that he was going to do on the pitch, some of the things he was supposed to do off the pitch and all that. So some of these things there, if you want to fight it and you don't take care, you might even fight the players that you are even trying to protect. Because almost all the players, all of them have a certain belief with some of these spiritual aspects of the game. Some people will come and do like this. Some people will score and they have certain things they do. Some people will score and they will kiss their rank. All these things have spiritual meanings to them. So to them, they believe it. Now, the reason why I'm also saying it will be very difficult. Now, let's bring it from the players to even the fans. Who some of them also would fall for some of these gimmicks. It will be very difficult because it is no different from what is happening on the 31st night that has caused the Ghana police now to be releasing statements here and there. Even the statements that they are releasing the crowd input. Yes, we know it has reduced, but has the effect really reduced like that? Because as it stands, I still see articles, videos here and there of even some of the prophecies going even onto the IGP himself. So it is, yes, it may be on the low, but is the effect really on the low? Because there are some that, yes, fortunately, because of internet, you might chance on them like this. But how about the ones that you wouldn't even see, but people would be believing in their close quarters or even in their communities?
Especially those in the churches.
Exactly. And they will believe. So some of these things there, we can only caution the fans.
The fans rather?
Of course.
And not the people who are putting out the prophecies.
Oh, for them they have been cautioned. They are being cautioned each and every day.
No, but they've not been cautioned about football.
No, you see, they
think football is an open area for them.
Exactly.
Now, where they have been given clear caution is the 31st night thing. For football, nobody has given them any caution. So that's what I'm saying. Should we now put out another caution
the first
with regards to football
the
only?
first prophecy for the Ghana's first match.
You mean the first prediction?
Yes, the first prediction was on 31st night.
No, it wasn't. It was 12. It was 12. The date was on it.
12. Which day did we play the match?
The date. Look at the date. Look at the date. 12 January 2024 prophecy.
Okay. Because I saw a video of him doing a 31st one, and they do football as well.
So the game was on the 12th. Oh no! So he did the prophecy on the 12th.
On the 12th, yes.
But I've seen a video.
No, we played Sunday evening. So I think he did that during Sunday service.
Yeah. So
so it was in the afternoon.
Was the 9th. The scene there was nice.
But I have seen a video of them saying
our game was on Sunday.
It was on
Our
Sunday.
first game was on Sunday.
Let me see Sunday's date.
But it is no different. It is
Okay,
no
so
different.
it was Sunday was 14,
14.
and he did the prediction on
12.
Friday.
So it means Friday all night. That's why it's a night.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
even before the celebrities own, yes, whenever we are going for tournaments, most of these pastors do it. Reverend,
That's what I'm saying now. Maybe we have to extend the caution there, like direct caution there.
Then we shouldn't only come and say football's own and just relax. Then we should now make a list. Then we should now make a list
That's the
of
thing.
all the departments that we think they can prophesy, and that one today the list will be endless. The list will be endless because as it stands, it is not only footballers that people have them at heart. We have so many disciplines in this country.
So then let's give them the caution that prophets, we are not saying don't prophesy. Let all your prophecies be private. The people you are prophesying about, if you can, reach out to them and let them get a prophecy. So whatever they have to do about it.
But you know what gives them power? You know what gives them power?
No.
It is how we receive the message and act upon it.
And so we don't want to hear.
So it is not about you not hearing. It is about what you do with the information. If I tell you, hit your head to this table, and you don't do it, what happens? Nothing. But when I tell you hit your head to this table and you do it and you get hit, am I the one who got hit? No, you are the one that is going to feel the pain. So for whatever you do with the information, that is the most important thing. That's what I'm saying. Let's rather caution the people who receive some of these things and take it to heart. That reduce it. Just like the celebrities one. The reason why it is still there, it is not happening. But now some people have learned how to receive those messages when they come. Some people receive it with some bombastic side eye, and that is what has reduced the effect. It is not they saying it. For that one day, now Virgin Prophet, he's been there for quite some time.
Yeah.
He's been there for some time, a long time. He's been there. Most of his things were not coming out like this, but it is because this particular one was received
with high
expectations. That is why. That is what has given him power. Because when the first prediction came, you now saw him on top media houses granting interviews, meaning the people have received it. But okay, no be fina. Where will he go?
I think we need to start cautioning our content providers too. Now, in the name of content, everybody is just doing something.
For that one today to be like fighting the way. That one to be like fighting the way because it is business for some people too. So let's caution how the general public that receives some of this information to know how they receive it and what they do with it. Because when they come and you don't mind them, they will channel into a different thing.
Cautioning the general public there, then I'm sure we've lost the battle because Omukra there. The people who are saying it.
So for me, there's no battle to even fight.
We should leave it.
Oh, of course. You can't do anything about this thing. When you try to do something about it, you are just going to create some monsters who will take control of the whole population and do whatever they want. This is how it starts. Oh, let's come out with some something to stop some group of people. Then later they will come on. Then let's stop these people, like you are saying. It will get to a point. Let's caution the content providers. Then it will be you can't create content. You can't create content. That's what will happen. We are in a free society. We are not in China. China, what they will tell you is what you do. So if you are going China way, then yes, what you are saying is what we should. But if you are going the freedom of speech way, then we should allow everybody to do their own thing. What the prophets are doing is like those who do the bet and things. It's the same as the betting people. They are not different. He is just packaging it in the name of spirit and then get more recognition. That's all. Because we have some people who are doing betting, who did the prediction and it came true and they even got money from it. And this guy, he will not do betting as in putting money on it, but he will get people now believing in him, coming for consultation for him to also take his money. So it's business as usual. Me, for instance, if all the people in his church or all the people in Ghana think like me, he will be out of business. Yes, because nobody will pay attention to his prophecies. I will take it as prediction. So even if I will take it, it's because maybe I'm now going to bet on it. When he predicts, then I'm I could try better. But I won't take him as a spiritual man of God and he knows what he's talking about. No, I won't take him serious. So if we want to put, if we have to legislate to stop them, then we are going to put our freedom in somebody's hand. That's where I would say let them do whatever they like. The people who are going to give that order can abuse it easily. In fact, they will abuse it, not can abuse it. Like all the history, when you read it, they abuse it at the end of the day. It will get to a point that they will be selecting their people to only do this kind of job or business.
Yeah.
Because this is a business. The prophecies and this is not the first time it's happening, and it doesn't only happen in Ghana, all over the world. We have pastors who this is their job. In fact, in Kumasi, I remember we had some pastors who would come on radio and then talk about football and tell what will happen after every game, and they were interviewing them on air. And some of the teams will go and consult him to pray for them, take money and all that.
It's called ways and
In fact, some of the budgets,
yes, team budget.
They add ways and means to
Ways
it
and
and
means.
go and give it to a prophet or a malam or a traditionalist somewhere. So why no? I disagree with anybody who will say that we should legislate for them to stop giving predictions. Those who think that what they are saying is true and it will affect them, let it affect them. It's their thinking and their beliefs. If me, for instance, in this one, it
don't have any effect on
no,
you.
unless I'm working with him. Then that one day I will push it for him to do this
know,
thing,
right?
because it's business. So we should take it aside. He is just doing business. The first prediction came through, and like Roland said, every media house was interviewing. They were calling him left, right, center, left. Now the second one, I found change. But the interesting thing is that he will have explanation to why it didn't come true.
He has.
He can explain it so well that some people will still believe it. So why should we question them? If we are going that direction, then it will get to a point that we shouldn't even allow anybody to prophesy.
The explanation is
That-
that Ketokreku called him to pray.
That's where it
Prayed
will
about it.
yeah, that's where it will get to. So for this one there, please let's allow or leave them to do their business. It's business for them. We can't give our power into the hands of some few people who then become the god of the day. The IGP and his people will be the god of the day, because now they will tell you when to prophesy, how to prophesy and all that. For the 31st night thing, I think the only way I agree with them is when they go for you personally. They were going for people personally. And then again prophesying about them dying.
Doom.
Yes. And when you do that, you give room for people to even do it on your behalf.
Doom prophecies, yeah.
Yes. It was about that killing and dying thing. That's why I agreed with them that, oh, okay, you can't prophesy that somebody will die just because you want it to come true. You can also engage some people to do it on your behalf. But if you are playing football and somebody says to you, what's some photo, it's like a fan somewhere saying that play away was some. There's nothing different about that. So this one is different from the 31st prophecy, and we should allow them to do their business.
Well, I thought there was a way out, but after listening to Roland and Intimdo Solomon Chemo, looks like there is no way out. We have to live with it.
Yeah.
Like someone would say, live and let us live. Just that I pray that one day one of them will create an issue like Shatawale's prank created an issue. That one, we will see the authorities acting. That one I know. To our people, until something happens, they've not seen it, they've not heard it. But when something happens, then you see them being awoke and they will be doing their things. So let's wait until that day when something will happen and we see how they will come. Now, away from sports, sorry, we can now move into the world of show business, where Medikal has given us a story for the weekend, and the story for the weekend is his announcement of his Indigo O2 Arena May 3rd concert called Planning and Plotting. When so many people were thinking that the gentleman might not get back to talking about the event because during the Christmas he was not mentioning it. I know it because he was busy playing shows here and there. Now everything is over and he's back to his winning ways, talking about the concert, giving us ticket details. And again, we have read stories online that he's mentioned some artists who will be supporting him. The likes of Sarkodie, Shatawale and Keche have been mentioned to be part of those who will be supporting him all the way in London come May 3rd. And as it stands now, I want us to watch the video and I ask, how will the people in London receive this? I'm looking at Medikal stature in our music industry. Are we upbeat for him that at least the close to 2,000 auditorium will be filled heavily by him and the supporters as well as the production team? Let's watch this. I'll be back.
What's up, guys? This is your boy MG Medikal, aka Chairman. Yo, so I have some great news for my people in London. On the 10th of May, I'll be performing live at the O2 Indigo. Make sure. What's up, guys? This is your boy MG Medikal, aka Chairman. Yo, so I have some great news for my people in London. On the 10th of May, I'll be performing live at the O2 Indigo. Make sure you get your ticket. Make sure you come through, come support. Let's show love. Let's have fun and celebrate music. Make sure you purchase your ticket. Make sure you get some for your friends and that. On the 10th of May, O2 Indigo, Medikal will be there live, planning and plotting. Shout out to all of my people in London. Shout out to all my people in Ghana. Yeah, forget everybody. MT Business. See you guys soon. Boom.
All right, so there goes the official announcement for Medikal's Planning and Plotting concert in London for May 3rd. And I'm asking that, how are our people in London going to receive this? Are we upbeat? Are we sure that Medikal, all things being equal, will be able to do the almost 2,000 capacity in the Indigo? I know some of our people have done it.
2,700.
Indigo?
Yeah.
Hey.
It's over 2,000.
Okay.
It's not almost 2,000. That's what you said. That's why.
Because I know it's around 1,008 or so for.
Maybe there are certain capacities and standing capacities in different sections. So.
Oh, it's over 2,000.
Okay, no problem. I'm not challenging.
Well, according to their official.
I know the Indigo.
2,750.
2,750. Okay.
But as you said, standing capacity of 2,800 and the seating capacity of 800.
Okay, maybe
so
that.
There's the sitting and there's the standing capacity.
That's the one I was working with then. Okay, no problem. So the standing is the 2,750, and the sitting is
1,800.
Okay, the enter some man. I'm not too for ball.
Yeah, quite fantastic.
I got that. Yeah, more mama far pressure Anthony. So, well, we have been doing events. Let's assess or analyze Medikal strength into this particular show and how our people in London receive events. This being his first attempt at staging his own show in London. What are the positives and the negatives in this particular conversation?
I think it is a step in the right direction, if you ask me. Medikal has been there for some time, and it's been one progress over the other. And I was even very happy when he did his Planning and Plotting concert in December, because the last time we witnessed Medikal's own concert was far back before COVID, when the unfortunate happened at his last concert, and it took him away, because after that particular concert, it was just a floodgate opening for him to give back to back to back. But because of that particular incident, he had to go back into his shells. And I've been going back into releasing music. It has been one progress over the other in terms of music successes, and even the kind of shows, the platform that he's mounted to perform and all of that. So for him to have announced this, last year when he announced it, everybody was happy. So many people were happy. But then I know the fear of, can he do it? Does he have the capacity? Like, is he up to task or whatever for him to pull it off? Was some people's question. And I must say, yes, he is. He has it. Medical's brand has grown to some extent, and I know, yes, some people would not see it like that. But I want to believe the Medical is smart, because most of the things that he's done in terms of doing concerts, releases, and all of them things have had some good planning behind it before the execution. For his first concert like this, through to the planning and plotting album, to its concert. Look at even the release of prior to the release of the album, the things that he did prior to the release, and to its concert, the things that happened at the concert, and now to this one. So to me, when we entered into January, I think I was also asking myself when he was going to start promo for that particular event, and lo and behold, I woke up today and I saw videos and flyers flying over the internet. I was like, yes, this is the best time for you to start. You made the announcements last year, and now you need to go hard for the promo. I think he has a very good chance of having a very successful concert, if you ask me, especially even with some of the supporting acts that will be turning out on the night. And I'm also having information that I think either before or during that particular time, there is some holidays there during that time. So it will help him. It will help him, and I just don't want them to just take this for granted and say, oh, maybe Medikal is big, probably here in Ghana, so maybe it will reflect there. I want them to really work with proper data, and I know for them to have even announced this, they probably might have done their research. They probably might have had certain conversations that has given them that particular good information to the fact that they can do it. So if it is time and they have really announced it, and the promo ticket portals and all them things have been open, I just want to plead with the people out there, especially in London, to make sure that this is their own. This is their own. And it is not just about supporting your own, but it's also about getting satisfaction. It is not just about supporting your own. It is about getting satisfaction. And on the night, I know they will. I know definitely they will. From Medikal to the supporting acts that will be turning out on the night. Yes, probably out of the ones that he's mentioned, I know there can be more. There can be more on the night. You never know who probably.
No, at such places in London, you cannot put more because your time is a little limited. For the whole concert might last about 3 hours. So
but then from now to May it's about 3 months, and during that time so many things can happen.
Yeah, I know.
There are certain people that will probably find themselves in London and would even want to pass through to support, even if it's
I'm sure I remember, we don't want the King Promise thing again to happen. If you have not been invited, please don't come and force support on him. No, don't let us encourage it. Over there is time. It's not here that
I'm saying
you can do it from.
Reach out.
You can do it from anywhere to anywhere. Because like you said, some people might think we want. Don't come and surprise support. We beg you. Be invited.
Your surprise should be to the fans, not to the organizers.
He has mentioned the people he wants to do the show with. If your name was not called enough, next year you come.
But buy tickets and come to the stand.
That one, it is allowed. Yes.
So all of them people can also come and throw their weight behind, because I was looking at one time, one of them Burna Boy shows and all that. The likes of King Promise and other Ghanaians, even is it Bulldog, or some Ghanaians were even seen in the stands, all enjoying themselves. And it is part of you supporting the brother. It doesn't mean that you should only come on stage and hold mic. That is the only support. No. You can equally come and just be in the fans and also cheer them up. So we will then treat and beseech all the people in London to also mark this on their calendar. In fact, it has been announced early. It is one of the things that we've always been preaching about, that people will announce concert 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but this has been announced early. Portals have been opened early, and we are hoping and praying people will mark it on their calendar and just buy tickets and turn out on the night. Congratulations to him in advance to it.
Okay, thank you so much. Chamo, let's analyze Medical strength into this concert.
Yeah, but me too, I've been doing some calculations about how much he will pay for the place and how things will go. I don't know the minimum time that you can get to rent it, but let's say the minimum will be about 5 hours.
Okay.
Yes, so if you take it like that, he's going to pay around 900 pounds per hour.
900 pounds
Per hour, because taking the whole day, you will pay on Fridays. You pay 22,500 pounds per day. Like if you want to have the day to yourself for the whole day, you are paying 22,500 on Saturdays, Sundays, and Fridays.
Okay.
It's a bit cheaper if you are taking it on Monday, Tuesdays. And,
Okay.
Mondays and Tuesdays, they only take 18,600.
Oh, okay.
And his show is on Friday. 3rd May is Friday. So he's under the 22,500 category. So if he's going to take half of it, then he's likely to pay around 11,000 pounds for the place.
I see.
And then including the setup and the people that you work with. So I think a lot of money will go into this.
Yeah.
He will not pay anything less than 10,000 pounds to organize the show. So now you go into how much can he charge to also get
offset his bill.
Offset at least the bills. It's something that you have to consider. I think they have done all those calculations as I am doing.
Yeah.
So that they will take.
They know their strength. Yeah.
Then even it will affect the pricing. Right? You don't price so high so people will not come, or price so low so that you will also lose. You have to consider all those things. And I think for a bit or a little over 2,000, or let's say 1,800 capacity, I think he can do it. But the effect in this case is the analysis that I'm doing, the pricing. It will really be an issue here. Some people may love to come on your show, but the price will not permit them.
Okay.
Yes, so that's.
But I'm not sure they are going to charge any exorbitant price.
Yeah, exactly.
They are going to be very moderate. That one I know.
Yeah. So based on, if they do their calculations well, I think this is a good move. He can do it. He can make his money and even make profit. But they should be sure and do their calculations well.
Okay.
If they don't have to take the whole day and they have that chance, why not? They can consider, because based on the calculation, if you are paying 900 pounds per hour and then you take it, let's say 5 hours,
I think the ticket is from 22 pounds.
22 pounds, yeah.
It will be a good deal.
From 22 pounds.
Okay. So from 22 pounds, if let's say the 5 hours for the place, you pay about 4,500.
For 5 hours?
Yes, if you're using it for 5 hours.
I'm sure they will take it as such.
So just a little over that. And if you consider other costs, maybe it will earn you around, as I said, 10,000 pounds for organizing the whole thing. So if you are charging 22 pounds per head and you get 1,000 people, you will be good. You will get about 22,000. So if you subtract, yes, you get a little over 10,000 pounds.
1,800 is around 39,600 pounds.
Okay.
So I think that's how the calculation should go, and he can make money out of it, and then it will be profitable. Because I don't like the idea of us just doing a show for the show's sake. It's becoming too much.
I like that.
Yes, it's becoming
I also like
too much
that.
in our space.
Not for the glory, Charlie.
Yes, just this is business. I mean, you can't just
take
go
business
out
decisions.
Do this and everybody will be happy, and then you go back home and you'll be bleeding. You don't have anything, and then you come and you have to do the show off kind of thing. And those who have made it will come and say that you are poor. They will tell you in the form. Come on, people should do more business instead of the show off. And I, for this one, I have no doubt. I think he can do it.
Okay.
But they should do it such that he will make something out of it.
Well, let's look at this as our very last story for the day, and this is about my good friend Dr. Komifio, who is at the National Commission on Culture, NCC. He has said something, and I want us to look at what he said to see the strength and the weakness in there. As a matter of fact, for the past months, if there is one discussion that has been ongoing in our industry, is the discussion of whether our musicians should be writing in English or Twi. It even became intense when Nigeria's gospel artist Nathaniel Bassey came and added his voice to it during a program at the Accra Sports Stadium. Dr. Richard Comifio is saying something different. Let's see what he's saying, and I'll come back to ask my people what they think about it. He says Ghana will lose its cultural identity if artists sing only in English. Richard, you can bold in the page a little bit. Ghana will lose its cultural identity if artists sing only in English. And the NCC director is saying, says, acting deputy executive director of the National Commission on Culture, NCC, Dr. Richardson Comifio, has urged musicians not to give in to the constant pressure to sing only in English, saying that this would endanger the Ghanaian identity in the world. He said this in response to the growing demand for Ghanaian musicians to use English lyrics to reach a wider audience. More recently was the suggestion made by Nathaniel Bassey, a Nigerian gospel singer who claimed that singing in English was essential for Ghanaian artists who wanted to appeal to more people. In an interview with Graphic Showbiz, Dr. Comifio said that following such advice would neglect the importance of native languages in the country. Now, there's a quotation from him where he says, he is giving a wrong and un-African advice. He does not know much about music and language. Songs that are inspired by the Spirit do not depend on any language. Music has the power to touch different cultures, regardless of the language. This is a fact. Musicians who do what Nathaniel Bassey suggests will only lose our identity and reduce our efforts to promote Ghanaian languages through music. Go to any church or Christian concert and you see Ghanaian musicians and choirs singing in Yoruba, singing in Yoruba and Igbo to their Ghanaian listeners. Even if they do not understand the language, they still enjoy the songs. This is a bad suggestion from a mature musician, he said. Dr. Comifio also advised musicians to see themselves as cultural ambassadors and to focus on promoting Ghanaian culture. He also encouraged them to use a mix of English and indigenous languages in their music. Another quotation from him says, we should try to promote the unique languages of our cultures, which should be one of the main goals of creatives. If we want our music to be one of the key ways to preserve and celebrate our Ghanaian heritage in the world, then musicians have to represent our culture in every way possible, he said. And this has come on our table for discussion. What are the good and bad in Richard Comifio, the deputy executive director? Acting executive director.
He will be acting till he's retired. So forget about the acting. That's how they do it.
We met him, right?
Yeah. That's how they do it.
I
He will
know.
be acting till he retires. So
I know.
acting,
He will not act.
Acting. Chemo, what will be the positive and the negative in what the director is saying?
What I think he had a very good points in his submission, but where I was so disappointed is that he didn't do it in having business in mind. He just said it with the passion, like let's help ourselves kind of thing, and let's push our culture. But those who are going to do that, they have to eat, they have to survive. So I thought he had something to push why they should even do it in our native language, because they are making more money there, or they will survive doing that than even doing English. That's where I don't go with him. But if listen, all the details that we have here prove that those who are doing native languages are making more than those who are not. So if you want to make any argument, you have to go that direction, because the evidence will support you. Only few people who are doing English are surviving. I mean, those who are doing English, they are not surviving in our space. That's how entertainment business is like. In fact, yes, we will get few people who will do better doing it in English. But majority, if they try English, it will be the end of their career. I thought he will go that direction to support why they should even do it in our native language or the languages that they think they are strong in. As he said, music sometimes comes in a, some people will say spiritual form or in kind of feeling and vibe, and that vibe wasn't English vibe. So how are you going to do it in English? You will fail for sure. And again, your content should be relatable. So you can't do how do you say tosa in English?
Sing and dance.
Sing and dance.
No. In Akokwa song, the Safu Newman, he said, Obebe fie no abeye me setosa. How do you say wabeye me setosa in English?
Oh, miserable. He'll come and make me miserable. Yeah.
So,
I thought you were saying that.
The Tosa has
you see,
has an elective
Around about miserable. Yeah.
Yes. So when you put it in a context, then it will make a meaning. So without the context, it may not make any meaning to you. So if the song came to him like Tosa, as he said it in the song, you say he should say it in English. So Obebe Vieno Abeye me miserable. Come on. And when, like, which people are you talking to? There are so many factors. When you come out with a song, there are so many factors. In fact, the marketers will only have a strategy after the song is out. It's not, you don't plan the marketing before you come out with the product. The product should come out before the marketing. And those who are doing you want to support our culture. No, a combat do.
Yeah.
And again, if you are doing it in our local language and you are winning, why do you want to switch to English? Because you want to get a wider audience with the content that they cannot even relate to. I want to a combat do the same way.
Yeah.
So I like his submission, but I was hoping that he will
bring the business factor in.
Fit business factor in to support those who are doing it in our native language. But just to say that they should do it in English so that our culture will not hold their meaning in let it make business sense, because survival first. And again, we will not get everybody doing it in Twi. We will not get everybody doing it in English. So if you want to support those who are doing it in our local language, give them the business sense and tell them why they should even have that. Apart from business, they will be also preserving our culture. So I think that's where he falls short in terms of his argument. And if I know him, I will point him to that and say that next time put this one in, because I like his submissions. The way he did it, I think it was perfect. But without the business, for me, it will be.
That was when he lost you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Ro, wrap up for us and let's run away.
I think Mr. Richard spoke very well. And I like the angle at which he came from, and even the ending of his submission saying yes, they can use English and even blend it if possible with our local dialect. And that is it. In fact, the truth of the matter is, it is not everybody that will excel in either language. There are certain people that will only excel in the local language. There are certain people that will also excel in the English language. Somebody like Amari, over two treat no monto.
Yeah.
But to abroad no more, she's big. There are certain people that Nana Machi started so switches or beto brofo monto. No matter how big he is in this country, or switch monto. That Lumba switch monto. That's it. There are certain people who have also carved a niche for themselves and are blending it, and it is working for them. But indirectly, the crux of the matter is preserving our culture. And that is where I like the angle at which he is coming from, because they are winning with it. It's the benefit will also go into our culture.
Okay.
So give them ways and means which they can win when they do this, and you wouldn't even need to even beg them or convince them for them to do it. That's how it is. There are certain things that, see now, almost all the songs that people are producing both in Ghana and outside have amapiano vibes in there. Nobody is forcing anybody to do amapiano. South Africans did not do press conference and say, please do amapiano for us. No. It is because everybody is seeing the benefit in there. That is why they are doing it. So just point out the benefits, point out the things that they are going to get. Tell musicians that, oh, anybody who is able to produce an album, 7 of your songs, if it is a 10-track album, 7 of your songs, if they have local dialect, we are going to give you incentives and see if people will not jump on it. Aka you and Kasa, your bank will break. Yes, that's how it is. You see, because it is at the end of the day, it is not just about the passion. It is also business. It is about survival. It is about making something out of the thing that you are doing. So if you are going to point out to them to the fact that, okay, this thing that you are doing, you are going to get A, B, C, D, they will definitely jump. You don't need to force them. That's why when they mounted podium, did press conference, and were doing playground, some people were laughing at them. Show them the benefits. Don't come and tell them. Don't tell them what they will benefit from playing Ghana. And that one, everybody will run and do it. You don't need anything. Ask the DJs. They will tell you, oh, when we play other songs, because people commission us, they pay us good money. They give us this, they give us that. So tell them they will get more than what they are getting and see if they will not do it. Somebody will tell you, show me a better job that pays well and see if I will not run. Yeah. That's how it is. So for his statement there, I really like it. And for Nathaniel Bassey's statement, I also have my own reservation. The way the statement was placed, in fact, some people will try and they will end their career. Especially those who are going to take it hook, line, and sinker without thinking about it carefully and connecting it to their brand and what they are known for. They will just take this advice and they will kill their career. Simple. Simple. Forget spirituality. They will kill their career simple. Because at the end of the day, yes, we know music. There are certain type of music that is able to break that language barrier, but it is not all music. It is not all of them. How you package it, how you present it, all these factors are there to also consider. Yeah. If you miss it and you come and do language, then they will come and give you Angelikido. They will come and give you Ashake. How many Ashake and how many Angelikido do we have in the system? These are just 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. So if you want to base your argument on the least or on the lesser one, then definitely you are not making any, you won't make any headway. So if there are other factors to consider in music breaking through, and we only want to talk about language, we will be doing ourselves a disservice. Let's also talk about the business part, the other ones, and also let's also encourage. I like the encouragement bit that he also brought in his statement, that yes, elsewhere, like China and all them things, there's a conscious effort for them to preserve their language, which is why it is also one of the first languages in the country. So any other language is a sub. If personally you can do it and it will help you, you have the resources to do it, why not push it? There are certain homes that to them, the moment you leave school and you get home, it is the local language and nothing else. There are certain homes too, when you leave school and you come, everything goes. If you have the resources has to do with time to monitor all these things. If you have the time and resources to do all this monitoring, fine, you can go ahead and do it. But other than that, let's all put at the back of our mind that we should also make a conscious effort to do things that will also promote our culture. It is not about killing yourself. It is not just about following because people are saying let's do it. If you think it is going to be beneficial to you, do it and do it well, because at the end of the day, the indirect benefit will come back to elevate our culture. And that is what he said. So me, I like it. And like Chemu said, moving forward, they should trumpet the benefit of what people are going to get, because some people are still ignorant about it. And when they do,
cheers. We can start after consuming this contents here on Sammy Flex TV. I know it has been good. We are still hoping to meet on Monday, where Black Stars match, that is the final in the group stages, will be played and another analysis will be done. All things being equal, that day we hope to be joyous to start the week. At least I know if you qualify for the next stage, then like I said, we'll all be finding our way in Cote d'Ivoire to go see. We'll put some pieces together. Let's see how much it will cost us to go to Cote d'Ivoire, since you have some family members. I know they will help to host us. All that we need is to get our transport in there, and that should not be difficult at all. We can grab that and go see what we can do. On this note, thanks for being a part of us throughout the week. I know it has been awesome. Special thanks to Intim Dodo Solomon. He's been here throughout the week, as well as Roland Amate, who has also been here throughout the week, with the other panelists who came through to support the show. To the production team, Digital Rasta, he's got Currency, who is also doing our camera for us, and Richie Flex, editor director of the show. And to you out there, drop your commentaries, subscribe to us, and let's keep praying. Let's keep praying. There will be other content for the weekend for your viewing pleasure as well. Stay blessed and continue with your winning ways. I'll meet you when I see you. We're out of here. Bye-bye.